This is a very ancient site. There are Indian burial mounds, and the fort here is one of the oldest in U.S. history. It was actually founded during the Revolutionary War, but the sites you see here were more Cold War era and World War II. And this was the site of the Montauk experiments, the very infamous Montauk experiments as they're called. And what happened was they had recovered a chair out of one of the crash retrievals. It could have been the Roswell crash. And they found, when they started to backward engineer the craft, that there were no windshields, there were no control panels. The chair was actually how the ship flew. And it was using the psychic abilities of the pilots to navigate the plane or the craft. And so they brought the chair here knowing that it had these abilities to enhance the mental abilities, the psionic abilities of the person sitting in the chair. And they would wear a headband, and it was strapped into the chair. So the whole body and the mind was incorporated into the Montauk chair. And so they recruited all these young boys, apparently the younger boys with psychic abilities, including
and girls.
There were girls, but it was mostly the Montauk boys, including Stuart Swerdlow, colleague of ours. He is one of the last of the surviving Montauk boys.
Hey,
and so he also reported, and I'm friends with Peter Moon, who did a series of books on the Montauk chair and the Montauk experiments, that they were able to use their psychic abilities enhanced by the chair and actually create what they were envisioning.
Duncan Cameron sat in the chair, and the kids were kept in cages, and they tapped into the orgone energy of the children to amplify the energies that Duncan had, and the energies already built into the chair. And he envisioned a monster, and the story is that he created the monster out of his, what you call the id, the id, the ego, the superego, whatever. But
and the
anyway,
midichlorians.
and then it came through and it rampaged the place and all their equipment, and then it got loose and it ran into the town and rampaged around the town.
We were just in the town, right, Brad?
Yeah.
There, where that all happened.
But the thing is that what I actually have deduced today is that it actually probably just came from another dimension.